Hi, everyone. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network. This is Comfort calling from the UK. And today I am joined again by two powerful people, Robin Noble and Collins. So, guys, you already saw it, Q&A. A few things are happening. There's excitement in the air. So let's just enjoy the evening. Hi, Robin. Thank you for joining us again.
Comfort, thank you so much. Collins, it's wonderful to be with you as well. This is what people need, to have specific questions answered. So I'm very grateful that you're doing this, and I'm so humbled that I can be here to hopefully help people understand.
Sure. Thank you, Robin. It's a blessing for us to have you here to this evening. Hi, Brother Collins.
Hello, thanks. I'm very grateful that Robin is here today with us, and also with the founders who are here and the affiliate who are here again to listen to some of the questions that others are asking, so you can well understand what is going on. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Yes. So if we have time, we're not sure, but then if it depends, especially on Robin, if she's got a few more minutes to spare. If we exhaust what we have here, just drop your questions in the chat. And I think, Robin, we may keep you here for a few more minutes than expected if we have a few questions just to keep it going. So, guys, let's before we go ahead, Robin, do you have a quick maybe update or just a comment to make? What is your observation about this evening? Some people are confessing or attesting that they have paid with cryptocurrency and it's gone through. So, do you have anything at all to say about that, please?
Yes, Comfort. I think the thing that we all need to be understanding and remembering is that Ash has not turned this off. The money, what he has done is he has slowed it down for the sake of founders and the sake of the company. So he has slowed it down tremendously. But if those of you are able to pay with cryptocurrency because you feel safe and you know how to use it, then by all means, put it through, but you know the parameters of how to do this. If somebody does not know how to use cryptocurrency, I would suggest that this might not be the time to try it because the system has been slowed down. So, from that perspective, again, as Ash has said, and what we're going to be talking about tonight is helping to answer some questions, but based on the information that we have from Ash. And what we have is from the last 3 webinars that he's given us or appearances that he's made and given us additional information to supplement what he's already said to us. November was going to be a big month. So we have that in mind right now. But I'm going to hopefully, with Comfort and with Collins, help to bring realistic expectations into play, but also to help reassure and reduce the fear factor and the panic that seems to have once again risen with so many people. So let's bring that into proper perspective tonight and help people to understand that the company is fine. We are fine. Founders are fine, and we will be all right. We must remember that, if I may Comfort, just one more little thing. Everything that Ash has done and said from the very beginning is that the founders are in his heart. And really, founders are the ones that Ash has created ONPASSIVE for, because we followed and believed what he was saying. We have a similar heart of wanting to help humanity, wanting to help communities, and wanting to help people who have less than and need to be assisted in the world. So that has always been Ash's focus. He's never changed that. And so I think if we can take a deep breath and exhale, which we sometimes forget to do, but realize that as founders, we will be taken care of. It might not be happening at the speed or in the time frame that we are wanting and expecting it to happen. But please don't give up. Ash is doing this for us and for the world. But we as founders are in it, and we will be always, always in Ash's heart. Please remember that.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much, Robin. Like Robin rightly says, guys, what we are doing here, we have not been delegated by the CEO and his team to come and do this. We all know by now that what we do here, we give our opinion. We just comment on what we hear the CEO say, what we see him and his team do, and all of those things put together and to help one another. So whatever thing we're doing here, let's do it as a team, and always remember to go back to the OES, get your information, or the back office. So let's have a few questions answered. I'm happy that Robin is going back to the fear factor, the panic thing, because we mentioned that slightly last Sunday, Robin. So let's have Collins say a word before his lips get tight here now. So Collins, we just start with the very first question I have here, like what is actually the difference between the early bird affiliates, aka founding members, and the new affiliates? Just say, give as much information as you can afford. And if Robin is happy to add something to that, let's do it, please. Collins.
Yeah, so, we've moved now from the early bird, they say we are all affiliate, and that's the right terminology. But yes, there are early birds and there are affiliate that are coming. So we are all affiliate. So I know people are worried like, okay, would they receive traffic or what? Everybody will receive traffic because the system is automated. They said it's all done for us. Because just imagine if Mr. Ash Mufar, our CEO, said, we will not give traffic to those who are affiliate coming now. What would be the difference between ONPASSIVE and other companies like Amazon? You have to purchase and then go and look for your own customer yourself, depending on the package level, and multi-level where you have to go and struggle. So a lot of things ONPASSIVE is doing for us. So the early, but it's just those who will take advantage. They took advantage earlier. The early bird, they saw the vision, Mr. Ashmufara vision, and for that they will be rewarded in a different way. How? We don't know. I cannot go into it. Maybe Robin will chip in a lot in there. I don't know, but we know that the early bird, because they saw the vision, they said the early bird founders or founding members, because the founders, Mr. Ash is the founder, but we are just founding member. We saw something, we came, but now we are all affiliate. But the difference, we saw it. How Mr. Ash will reward us, we don't know. But the affiliate that are coming, they will benefit from the traffic that is coming in, because traffic will be driven. They have the same opportunity, purchase the product, multiple source of traffic, and they have the ability to get into to buy extra traffic to build their own business. It's about business building. Maybe Robin will want to chip in into that.
Definitely. Sure. So over to you, Robin. Just let's know what you think.
Absolutely. Thank you, Collins. It's certainly a good starting point to help people to understand. For me personally, until November 30th, I'm referring to founders as founder affiliates, and the new people who are joining us from the unpassive.com website and marketing that the company is doing, I'm calling them the customer affiliates. I know that there will be a name and a word that will unify all of us. At the moment, as that name has not been identified by Ash, I choose to do it this way just so that we can help founders understand that as founders, a founder affiliates, the point is, though, everybody who wants to be an affiliate needs to click that affiliate button. So let's get that point first and foremost. Right. You could be a founder, but you may not be a founder affiliate. So click the Become an Affiliate button at the top of the website in your OES. That's for the founders to do. If you haven't done it yet, please do, because that activates and allows the company to then issue you the new NDA for you to sign. But also, that is the legal component that allows the company to pay us commissions based on the sales that it will do for us and that we may do for ourselves. So first and foremost, become an affiliate for the founder is very, very important. Now, part of being an affiliate, a founder affiliate, is that we joined when we had the opportunity before that deadline was closed, June of 2022. And part of those perks and part of the additional considerations that we may be receiving as founders have yet to be brought forth. That is something that we don't have to worry about. But the biggest one so far that we have is that we've been beta testing we've been using our OES, we've been helping the company, and that's huge. We've been showing where there've been discrepancies or where there's been a snag or something that's happened, and the company's been able to make adjustments and increase and do better in its own ecosystem with the feedback that we as founders and founder affiliates have given them. So this is huge. This is very, very important in any business, but certainly one of the size of ONPASSIVE. And this has never happened before to this size and magnitude. So that's setting aside the founder affiliates right now and their importance of who they are. The customers that come in through onpassive.com or who come in now through your own domains are that. They are customers first and foremost. So they will be purchasing the products. They will have some similar packages or other aspects of what being a customer is all about. Again, for them, if they see the benefit of sharing ONPASSIVE ecosystem and products with other people, they too will click the become an affiliate. And that, in turn, legally allows them to earn commissions from the sales that they generate. So that is huge right now. And the fact that there is traffic, I'm jumping into one of the questions that I've seen already, is that traffic is in and of itself a product. And everybody, every affiliate, founder affiliate and customer affiliate, will have that same opportunity to purchase those traffic packages. Now, we don't know what those are. We don't know what the costs are. That's into the future. So staying in the now, I'm answering the question that everybody will have an opportunity to have traffic. Founder affiliates will also get customers distributed to them through the corporate rotation system. And that is still placing customers that the company has brought into the founders' organizations. At the moment, the customer affiliate does not have that same perk. So that is the easiest division and separation at the moment between the two founder affiliate and customer affiliates as we stand at the moment.
All right. So because some people, for some reason, we are normally not supposed to do this because ONPASSIVE is that kind of business that sells itself. However, because it's humanitarian, we just want to help people so that somebody should not stay there and be dying out of ignorance. I would like us to touch on this, Robin. So should somebody be bothered that the perks that they're having, if we can't have them, we may not make it and stuff? Is that something somebody should be bothered about? Or you just move in and just go on with business and know that you definitely succeed? Because some people are paying attention just to that and they're holding on to whatever they're having instead of activating their account because I want to wait and see. They may be late.
So in terms of moving forward and what does one do now, if you have become an affiliate in the OES and you have signed your OES, that's wonderful. Now that enables you to receive commissions. But if you don't have a product to sell, or if you haven't in your own right subscribed to the product, in this case, OConnect, it doesn't matter whether you're promoting it or whether the company's promoting it, you cannot receive the commissions yourself to be able to withdraw from those products. So you have to own the product. And by owning it, it means subscribe, it means purchase it yourself. And you will then get that document in your subscription section in the back office, in your OES. And that confirms that you have subscribed to that. Now, here again, the separation or the division in terms of explaining and understanding is that for a founder, they received a special pricing package. And so a founder should not be paying anything more than $143 US, whether you pay that in cryptocurrency, whether you pay that on your credit card. You do not want to fund your account. You are purchasing that product. For a customer and a customer affiliate, they will be paying $240. And again, that is something that they can pay for via cryptocurrency or through their credit cards. And that is what gives you the initial startup subscription and owning of that product so that the company can then move forward and include your domain, include your position, include your account in the corporate rotators globally. So this is where this is very, very important. You do, in my opinion, the reason why we joined ONPASSIVE is to have the company assist us and help do things for us. Well, the only way they can do that is if we take that second step, which we were all told at the very beginning, and that is to activate. And the activation right now is actually purchasing the OConnect account. So now I'm just going to add one more component to this, because there seems to be a lot of fear and panic over this purchasing time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say, please don't panic. We are still currently, until we hear further notice from Ash, we are still currently on the 90-day cycle that started on September 1st. So realistically, at this point, we still have 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot can happen in these 20 days. And to know that the company is working so diligently, in such great efforts on our behalf to make sure that all of this runs smoothly and stays within this time frame, please don't jump ahead right now of what we know. We've been told that we can purchase up until November 30th for the founder's original OConnect package for 90 days at $143 for the founder package. So let's just stay with that at the moment. Everything else we will be told between now and the end of November. And starting December 1st, which is the first cycle now of the new subscription, before then, again, in my opinion and my belief is that we will hear from Ash what the other purchasing subscriptions are, and they will come out of commissions. This is what we've been told so far. If any of this changes, Ash will tell us when we need to know. So we still have 20 days. Please don't worry. Please don't panic. And please don't be fearful. You will not be left behind. Once a deadline or once a time frame has actually been given, then it still becomes your choice if you have not purchased OConnect, whether you do or you don't. And if you choose not to at that point, you would still be able to purchase it down the line, but not necessarily at a founder's special pricing. You would then have the prices that are then set for everybody. So there are quite a few different categories within these questions, within the time frame that we are in now. But I'm still going to say, please do not panic. Do not be concerned. Just know and have faith and trust that the company is working so diligently and tirelessly on our behalf to ensure that all of this falls into place. If possible, within up to November 30th. And if that changes, we will certainly hear from Ash before that with proper information as well.
All right. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Robin. I think everybody's listening and just nodding like myself here. So, Collins, you have brought a lot of problems today. First, your image is not clear. And secondly, you're not smiling. You're fired. Guys, bear with us. Sometimes it happens. We worked hard to make Collins look brighter today, but it was not working. But try to smile for us. That's Marty's request right now.
Yeah.
All right. So I think Robin has covered a few points, Collins. So I'll just let you, first of all, just go through and see if you wanted to add something to what Robin has said. After which, if you are interested, Robin and Collins will look at John's question. However, I've still got some questions here. So come on. And if you have a contribution, please go ahead and make it in the chat about any question or anything just to support us. The more, the merrier. Over to you, bro.
So Robbie just said it really well. That's just the best way to go. The only thing I'll add is I just want to emphasize on what Robin said, that we should not be panicked, because there are
Yes.
people who have been calling, they're talking about, I can't pay, what will happen? Maybe there is a deadline. So there is no deadline for you to activate, to purchase O Connect. When you just try it, every time go and try, maybe you can, because now, as Robin said, ONPASSIVE is regulating everything from their end. So they are not leaving all of us to go straight, the going in straight will cause a lot of problem. Look at 1.4 million founders. It is not easy, because remember the way we start, because there are people who are looking and say, what about Amazon? What about this? Comparing, don't compare ONPASSIVE to anything, because where we started, they didn't start at that level, that volume. Maybe they start with 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. We are talking about a million plus, 1.4 million plus, founders. And we are even it's more, because the affiliate, like the customer affiliate that are in, are also paying. So if ONPASSIVE, doesn't regulate or control it from their end, like you have a constant flow of all of the data, because money is data going in and out, the system might collapse, because remember, it's a processor and anything can flag and then shut down, and ONPASSIVE don't want that to happen. So now this is the control, because if they leave it to us, we will crash the site. Everybody want to pay because they think that they'll be left behind. So Mr. Ashford said, we have to control it, because we know it is massive. So that's exactly what they are doing. They don't be panic, as Robin said. Just continue, try, and when you can get in, subscribe, superb, you are fine. But if you think like they will shut it down, or there is a time limit, no, there is no time limit for you to be able to activate your account. So don't panic. That's the only thing I'll add. Just take it easy, because we're getting this call every time, people writing, what happened? I cannot do anything. There is nothing. It's the system. There is nothing we can do. We just have to follow instruction.
Yeah, that's very true. So I think I have a few more questions here. Let's just keep it going, guys. If you have a burning question, just drop it. If you're lucky, we'll pick it up. Of course, I'm sure they would like to answer it for you. So you guys have already, you are just ahead of the game. You're answering my questions without me asking you. So so somebody says, please, I have a worry. Can we use the funds from an account to activate another account without necessarily withdrawing and depositing thereof? And if that's the case, how do we go about it? I think that's how the question ends. Robin, would you like to go first?
Absolutely. The simple answer to that is no. We cannot pay anybody else's OConnect account from our O wallet. We were told at the very beginning when we joined as founders that we would have two payments out of pocket. The first one was the $97 to secure our position within the founder's position. The second one would be the activation fee. So the $97 has been refunded to all the founder accounts. And if you did not see a founder refund of 97 O coin, then we will need to look at your account to ensure that you actually migrated correctly from the O founders to the OES, because you may have joined as a customer, but we'll come to that in a moment. So the first payment was the $97 US. We've done that, and Ash returned it to us into our accounts to be able to use that money, those coins, to help reduce the price of out-of-pocket cost for O Connect. The second payment that we need to make is that of O Connect. And that is when the key goes in the ignition, and that is the agreement that we have with the company. So every single founder's position, every single account that needs to be activated needs to have their O Connect purchased from an outside financial source. To that end, Ash has not even activated the O wallet to O wallet transfer opportunity yet. So this is something that does need to be not to be held onto and not to be misrepresented and sending out to other people. Every person needs to purchase OConnect through their credit card or cryptocurrency. Once that is done, you are acknowledged, you get your subscription in your receipt in your subscription, you're all of that, you're added into the rotator, the global rotator, and it is known that you have done that. Now, there has been talk that there would be wallet-to-wallet transfer to be able to purchase. Please, the so important that if you are not able to be on webinars, which is understandable, sometimes they're at the wrong time for us. Sometimes they can go quite lengthy because Ash does want to help us and wants to chat, and he enjoys the opportunity to interact with founders. But please, you must stay up to date for yourselves now, especially now this November and moving forward, because November 1st, November 3rd, and November 8th have got incredibly important notes in the background that are put together for us by Daryl Cook, by Janet Butler, by Peter Sarur, and by Dan Street, to help you. Sit down, have a cup of tea or coffee, put your feet up, and go through them. They are easy to read. They may not still help to clarify things if we're a little confused, but at least it tells you right there where ONPASSIVE is going and what Ash is doing with the teams. So that wallet-to-wallet transfer of payment was stopped. He stopped that at the beginning of November by saying that this is no longer going to be done. What he is putting into place, what he will give us more information on, but what he touched on was that it may be possible to pay for somebody's, somebody might start a payment and then not be able to complete it. And so you would get an ID number for a receipt that you would be able to send to somebody else, and they would be able to pay that receipt number on your behalf. But it's not going to come out of the wallets right now. It's still got to come out of cash. So at the moment, please don't even hold on to that. It is a case that each individual founder should have, and hopefully was told properly at the very beginning, that the second payment would be out of pocket. Now, we were also told at that same time that that out-of-pocket activation fee could be anywhere between $250 and $300 US.
Right.
It's not. It's $143 for 90 days for the founder accounts. So please update your own Filofax, your own information board, and that sort of thing with what's going on. And that's why these notes are so important in the back office. They help you to update the information that, yes, we were given before, yes, was accurate before, but ONPASSIVE is not the same as what we first joined. And before is now so much bigger, so much more exciting, so much more global and more encompassing, with a far greater reach and far more people now coming to ONPASSIVE at higher levels than just the founders. And that's why these events are happening. Sharm el-Sheikh in Dubai. This is how ONPASSIVE has been introduced to the world now. And through these presentations and the word of mouth from those who have spoken to our executive members and teams who have been at these events, this is spreading by word of mouth like wildfire, in addition to what they're seeing on Burj Khalifa, in addition to what they're seeing in the information that's been sent out.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Robin. So, Collins, I think Robin has given enough information on this, but I just want to ask, I have a quick follow-up. Earlier on, Robin said it is not yet possible for us to, or the wallet to wallet or wallet to all wallet is not yet activated. Does that mean that at some point we're going to have that possibility? Because the question was, can we use the money we have in the wallet and pay for the other account? So is it a possibility that at some point we are going to have that possibility to pay from one wallet to the other and stuff like that?
No.
Yeah, as Robin said, Ash put a hole on it because the company is growing. You can really, when I sit back and think about it, and this is my opinion, when people think like you can take it from this wallet, what I was wondering is if they allow us to do it, where will the company get money, cash flow to pay commissions, to pay the engineers, those who are building the software. We know people are coming, but it would have been a little bit disaster if you step back a little bit. Say I pay in, Mr. Comfort, then somebody pay, I look at it, I say, all right, I can take this amount, pay. It means money will come from one source, pay like multiple accounts, and the company will not have that cash flow. If you look at it, you step back a little bit. And I think, as Robin said, it was from the beginning, they said we'll come off our pocket, first, twice. And that have not changed. And I'm still happy that they didn't change and give us that possibility. Because remember, they said we need only one account, one founding account. Mr. Ashbrook have been saying this. He never said go and get multiple accounts. We know here there are people who would have loved to say, all right, when they drive traffic and I've got money because they don't have, can I use the cash in my wallet and transfer to their wallet? But now the company have grown and there's a lot of regulations and compliance. There are things that Mr. Ashbrook wish to do it, but compliance and regulation, you cannot do it. Because things can come back and bite on passive because it's growing and, they are learning as they go. The company have really changed a lot. A lot of things have happened behind the scene where if we hear something in 2 months' time, it changes. It's not Mr. Ashbrook. He wished to do that. But it's because of the regulations, the world regulation and compliance that is coming and is inevitable for you to be able to touch it. They'll look like, my God, what are you doing? And nobody will allow that, especially when it comes to this global market and the competitive market we are in.
All right. So what I get from that is that it's 21st century and it's a dynamic world, and we just need to learn how to be dynamic. We need to learn how to be flexible, and it's working well. So we just need to hang on and do what we are supposed to do from our own part. So there was a question here.
Comfort, excuse me if I may. I just want to update the terminology that I used because while I was explaining it, I was missing the word specifically that I was supposed to be using. Again, what Collins is saying in terms of the rules and regulations globally, absolutely. And as the company and the different areas learning, absolutely. Something of this magnitude. Collins is spot on with this type of information. Wallet to wallet, as was previously discussed by Ash, I believe has now gone the way of the dinosaur. What I think is going to be taking place is the fact that when we pay, we will be able to generate an invoice. And this is what Ash said, that an invoice would be generated and it would be possible for somebody to pay that invoice for somebody else. It will no longer be doing a wallet-to-wallet transfer. So similarly, if a founder or person owns more than one account, again, I do not believe it will be wallet-to-wallet transfer for that. I believe it will still be going through the motions to purchase, and there is a button back there that says invoice. And you can click on that. You can send that to yourself, to your main account. Again, we just know now that the invoice button is there, and we know that the purchasing of somebody else's OConnect or other products will be through an invoice system, which is a business system. That's exactly how it should be. And I think that is actually an incredibly wonderful idea because it takes the pressure off and actually the concern off the person who's sending the money across, knowing, especially if some of these positions have been gifted and they're concerned that the gifting of that may not be used and activated at the time when the money would have been sent, as an example. We're all doing the best that we can, but there are times when there is money that is needed and we might fall short. So Ash has taken the challenge, the concern, and even the mistrust out of the whole system in doing it this way. Wow. He's allowing the people to follow through with their steps of wanting to complete the transactions as what they were initially setting it up for with this now invoice system. We will hear more about this as the payment systems come into place and he updates that information. So just know that there will be a way to do this.
Wow. This is just a brand new piece of information. I've never known about this, but then it's very important. Thank you, Robin. And guys, again, this is not any call for panic and stuff. What Robin has told us now, it's enough for now. Because if there's need for us to know a bit more, then she will definitely come back. Many more people will come back to add to what she has said. And so, more especially, I know that when we finally get to that bridge, we'll just cross it before we know it. No panic. That is just the way it is. And we are going. I'm just so happy how much we are learning on this platform, Collins. Thank you again, Robin. So let's have a look at my sister Elizabeth Bardy's concern, or she's just wondering aloud. She says, I am trying every half an hour today and see what happens. Just thought I'd try what it says on the payment error. Would the company be doing processing by regions? Just curious. So what do you think, Collins, if at all? If not, we go come again next time.
By region, honestly, I've got no idea.
Hmm.
No idea they'll be doing that. I don't know, honestly. I can't say something I don't know.
Right.
Maybe
No, you're right.
Robin can answer the question.
Robin, do you have any idea if they or do you think that is a possibility? We're just trying to we just say the tiny bit we think we can. If not, then we can go on, come back again if we find out something to bring forward.
I think we stop trying to presume or try to
Yes,
second guess what's going
yes,
on and how and why they're doing it. We just know that they're doing it. We know that they're doing it to help all of us.
you
These
know.
error messages pop up. That means just try again. Wait a couple of days.
Hmm.
Ash did say that things would, when he spoke the last time, he said that, sorry, not this last 360, but the previous week, he did say and gave us an approximate time frame of money flows in and out. I'm going to suggest that we just wait now until even the end of next week. And if you don't want to try until then wait.
Hmm.
If you know how to use cryptocurrency, then I would say go ahead and use the cryptocurrency option. But I would still say wait. We're not at a crunch point right now. There's nothing to worry about.
Hmm.
And by activating anywhere between now and November 30th, based on the original timeline that Ash gave us, we're not missing out by November 30th. And any other financial updates or any other packaging updates for purchases and that sort of thing, we will have some information from Ash before November 30th. That's my honest, genuine opinion. And when Ash goes quiet like this, I actually just say thank you. I send more love, I send more prayers to help them, sustain them in what they are doing. Because the work that they're doing, they're working 24 hours a day. And they're
Wow.
doing this without shutting the system down.
Mhm.
Again, Collins, you'll probably be able to say more on this than me, but to shut down the system now when we have outside customers and businesses joining and
Hmm.
who are aware of this through the events that have just happened, I don't believe, first of all, that it's necessary. But secondly, that's not the impression you want to give that sector of the world that you were working with. So because it's not true, there is nothing wrong with what's happening. It is happening the way it should be happening. The founders are this incredible number of accounts, 1.4 plus million accounts. That's not the number of founders. Those are the accounts to be activated. But it will happen. So just please, let's not jump ahead of it. Let's give Ash and the teams the space they need to do this. But also know that every time that there has been something or Ash has gone quiet, and he hasn't even gone quiet, he has still made the effort to come forward since November 3 times. And we're only the 10th right now. So he's doing his best as well, but they need time to work and they need time for this to be upscaled and balanced and integrated. So it is happening, just slowly. Please, please don't worry.
Hmm. All right. Robin and Collins, earlier on, I saw on one of the platforms this was on Telegram, somebody was asking whether if I fund my wallet, if I go by funding the wallet before paying, would that go faster?
No,
Meanwhile, I know that what is happening now is that we go to the marketplace. What do you advise, both of you?
Please follow the steps that have been given to pay. There has never ever been mention of funding the wallet.
No.
There's no need to fund and put money into it. All you're doing is paying directly. Please do not put money in there because you cannot get it out right now. It will be there for you. It's like a savings account now. You've put it into a holding tank for yourself for future usage. You will not be able to get that funded money out of there right now. It's not lost. It's there, but it's not going to benefit you right now in purchasing your OConnect. So please purchase according to the instructions, the in-depth instructions that have been sent out, the many, many videos, webinars, discussions that have been had about how to pay for this. So click into your OES, go to the marketplace, click on OConnect if it says subscribe, shoot down that middle panel all the way to the bottom, subscribe, and then follow the directions. Pay with credit card or cryptocurrency, and if it doesn't go through, then leave it. That is the way to purchase. Please, please, please do not fund, because what you're doing is putting in possibly more money than you need for starters, because it's only $143 US. You should not be paying $250. Even a customer only pays $240. So please, let's realize that if these numbers are not jiving with what we have so diligently, desperately, hopefully getting the message across that the amount for the founders is only $143.
Right.
See.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody's wondering, I mean, no, not wondering. This is a contribution, but I want to read it out so that if you think that you want to comment on it, to put a few things straight, or you think that is the case, then let be something of agreement. This is all in one. Says, clicking on the subscribe and right after the card options, some of the people used to untick where it says revenue wallet under the payment options. From this, they pay 250 rather than 143 all coins. Any comment on this? Do we think is that is a possibility? Yes or no? I don't know what you think. If not, we just move on. But then this is something I'll still try to do a few more findings on to be sure, so that way.
The system was set up for us in that payment page. If you change it, then you're changing what happens, that the company set up for you paying $143. So if you tick, untick, change, do anything, you're changing the way it was set up for you in the most simple form, to just go through and read through and follow through. I'm sorry, if you start unticking and doing this, I'm not techie enough to be able to say yes or no. I don't touch things like that. I saw it was set up. And I followed the setup process. I followed the instructions. It never said on my page to tick or untick. So I didn't do it.
Collins, a bit more on ticking and unticking, please.
No, I've not seen that, because the only tick I've seen is only for you to, because when you arrive at the payment gateway, the default is Visa, MasterCard, and then you can switch to crypto. Just select crypto, the radio button, to say, okay, I want to pay by crypto. But there is no button. And if you go and start to play with those functions, you're telling the system to behave differently. So please, like Robin said, just leave it as it is. Follow it the simplest way, because when you manipulate it your own way, what will happen? The system will not even understand what you are doing, and then put the wrong information, and then you will come back and say, on passive, I want my refund. It is difficult, because now we're talking about 1.4 million a founding member affiliate, and you're talking about the customers that are coming. It is unrealistic for the company to try to say this person I want to refund. Is hard. Honestly, let us not make things hard for the company. Let us keep it simple. Do exactly what it is, because remember, once you activate, money moves, commissions moves. It doesn't stay within in unpassive. So are you telling us that we should go, Mr. Ashbrook should go and start to ask for, I gave you this and it was wrong, I need to collect it back? What if that person already withdraw the money and use it for something else? Because they don't keep it. The money comes in and goes out, straight commission. So let us be very, very careful what we do. Like Robin said, let us follow instruction, make sure we do it the right way, because once it is in, to give it back is hard. The company is losing money, try to pay something that they've already given out to somebody else, and they cannot withdraw it. We don't have a recall system to recall it. It is out, and that is it.
Oh dear. Yeah, I just do hope that sometimes we come here to do this, but then the people for whom we do it, they're hardly here, because you see that it's the same people day in, day out. And almost everybody who's here is versed with what we're saying. So, guys, if you can, you keep sharing in your own teams and wherever you are within your network, and encourage people to watch, because there's a lot of information being given here that if people follow, and you get the updates from corporate, you follow some of these this help that we're getting from our dear brothers and sisters, I think we all we will be fine. So I have this other question which says, it says I have to pay for all connect again, even though I've already paid and have receipt. My back office doesn't reflect this. Do I have to pay again? Robin, do you like that question?
So, with the slowing down of the system, and I'm sure Collins will be able to help me with this from the techie side,
Yeah.
but with the, sorry, I've got, sorry, I can't mute all the sounds on there. With the system being slowed down, it also means that some of the other activities that would be occurring naturally have also been slowed down, is my understanding. And from this, it also means that there is a potential time delay of information going from the payment to being integrated into the back office, into the different tabs. So again, please give it 24 to 72 hours. You know, we're commenting on how slow it is or how many times it's taking people to purchase their accounts. Realize that that in reverse is the same potential amount of time it may take to integrate into the back office. So don't be concerned if you have paid and you check your bank statement or your credit card statement and you see that the money has been taken out. That means that you've paid, or the money is at least in transfer and been moving across into cover your account. Hold on to that. Do not pay again, please. Again, this is jamming up the system. You know you've paid. You've got you've got financial backing saying that you have paid on your credit card or your crypto, file and that sort of thing. So just wait. And you know what? Quite frankly, if it doesn't fix itself in the next few days, again, please don't worry. You've still got that information, because in terms of priority, this will be sorted out, whether it's sorted out even before the 30th of November or after the 30th of November. You've got your receipt saying that payment has been taken from your method of payment. So please don't worry. You will, if you keep also refresh, and refreshing is not only for you and the system, but also just general updates that are going on behind the scenes. We talk about refreshing when we're going into webinars and that sort of thing, but it is important when we go into our accounts every day or every 2 days to refresh while we're in there. Why? Because that's also allowing what's happened to upscale and to be integrated properly. So please don't forget, and these are the little steps that we can do that will make things so simple for us and take, again, the stress and the fear and the pressure away. And you're not duplicating things so that the company in turn has to suddenly go off on a sideline to make all these corrections, which is taking away energy as well as abilities and reducing what's happening in the mainstream of what's going on with the payment sections. So again, please don't worry about the pace at which this is happening right now. If you've paid once, you see it in your credit card or your bank account statement that it's been withdrawn, you definitely don't pay again. And if you don't see it anywhere at the moment, then give it, again, 24, 72 hours. Check your subscription tab in the back office. And then if you still don't have it, then check and see. And you know what? There's nothing wrong in asking somebody to help you and to go into your back office with you and just double check a few things. Find somebody that you trust and allow them with your credentials to go in and check your back office. All right. So I'm trying to give you some guidelines of what to do as well, but you can do all of this yourself too. I hope that helps.
Right. It does, sure, it does indeed. So, Collins, anything to chip in though?
Yeah, Robin just said it right. Just be patient. When you pay, just give it time, refresh. Don't try to pay again. And like sometimes when people say they pay twice, maybe they just rush because the moment you have paid, if you look at the screen, it says subscribe with ED. It means you cannot even, the system will not allow you to pay. But maybe sometimes people pay because they are doing some work behind, and then you struggle again. Say, oh, maybe I've not seen, you go and pay. But don't worry, as Robin said, keep your receipt because for now the priority is to get all of this, the payment method working smoothly. They're just controlling it. And after that, when we are in a good shape and you've not seen the money refund in your wallet, you can just raise a support ticket, but just leave it for now. Your money will not lose. Everything is fine, as Robin said.
Mm-hmm.
The good
You've
news
just
is you have
mentioned
activated
support.
your account.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I say you just mentioned support. Meanwhile, that was going to be my last question because there are no questions in the chat and I don't have any more here. We don't need to keep people waiting for too long. So I was going to ask whether, given that a lot is happening now, fine tuning, taking in and out and fixing and adjusting and stuff, is there need for us to raise tickets now to go to support for help now? And if yes, what type of things should we be consulting support for? Robin, this Collins just spoke.
No, please leave support alone for a little while.
Yeah.
They cannot change anything with regards to the financial questions you may have. All right. They cannot do any more than say if you've paid or you haven't paid. That's not what they are looking at. That they don't even have the authority at the moment. Again, my opinion, because these are your financials, these are your accounts, to really go in and do very much there anyway. So please, anything to do with finances, anything to do with delay of seeing a subscription in your back office, anything about paying twice, do not raise a support ticket at this time. All right. If you need, honestly, at this point, I don't even know why there would be a need to go to support.
Right.
Other than just let them be. Let them upscale as well. Ash is saying he's going to make it the best. Well, you know what? 1.1 million founders blasting them with support tickets because of certain things and finance is not working and this is too slow and that it just overwhelms the system and it's not necessary. That's not the type of progressive or productive upscaling and information support that we're actually helping anybody with. So I would just say at the moment, read the notes in the back office. November 1, November 8, November 3, I think are the 3 dates. Read those November notes. Watch the video so that if you need and want to hear the emotion and the excitement and the joy in Ash's voice, find those equivalent recordings, listen to those on our different YouTube channels, because sometimes hearing that emotion and hearing that passion in him helps to fuel it within us again. But really, I don't believe we have anything to worry about. This is like an iceberg. And if you've never seen an iceberg or been up close to an iceberg, you won't necessarily fully understand what that means. But with an iceberg, you will see something, some beautiful aspect of the iceberg above water. Truth be told, 9/10 of an iceberg is below the water. So what is happening with ONPASSIVE is so much that, truthfully, in my opinion, again, we don't need to know. If this is not my company, I'm not the one responsible for footing the financial bills to the different merchants or to pay the payroll, and things like that. I'm not saying that with any disrespect because it is a huge, huge, huge number and a huge responsibility. But that's not our job as a founder. So therefore, let's scale back a lot of what we're putting out there because we don't have that pressure. We don't have that responsibility. Our responsibility is to stay focused on the positivity of what is happening, enjoy and be grateful and understand that the events that are happening out there in the world through ONPASSIVE, Egypt has just completed, Dubai has just completed, Burj Khalifa goes on, and other things that we know about when we're told, and so many things that we don't know about. And those things that we don't know about are for safety and security, as well as because they may not be completed yet. But as soon as they can be, Ash will tell us about them. But in the meantime, just know that the company, Ash and all the executives and all the department heads and all the staff in the different departments are working on our behalf. That's huge.
Yeah.
That really is huge. And if we can just stay with that and be grateful and appreciate and be positive and send them support in thoughts and prayers and energies so that they stay well, they stay healthy, they have the clarity, they have the ability to reassess and move as necessary. That's what we can be doing now, in addition to reading what's in the back office, in addition to helping reduce the fear and panic in those who haven't listened to this, who are just starting to wake up again after a few years of not believing that ONPASSIVE is going to be. ONPASSIVE isn't going to be, ONPASSIVE is.
Right.
It's already been. We are here now. You know, the point that's moving forward is the exciting part. And some of it we know, some of it we don't know. So let's try and stick with that, and let's try and be in the now, but also looking to the future and supporting the future through our energies, our words, our thoughts, and be grateful for the past of where we've been, what's happened, what has led to these changes, and for us being part of this.
Right. Okay. I think Robin, thank you. Mensa, I don't know if you are the same person. There are certain questions that are good for heroes, and there are others that we can answer here and anytime. So if you have a question of my account did A, B, C, D, account, email address and stuff, those are questions for heroes webinar and not for here. So unfortunately, please don't get us wrong. Bring those questions back to us on Sunday at 2 p.m. Any of the leaders who are there, because there's sometimes some of those questions need for you to share screen. Peter Roger will be happy to have a look at it, or Collins or Frank or any of these people. So we cannot be discussing email issues here, because where do we start from? You know. So somebody says, this is Philip Atamensa. If you Philip, I'm sure if you are not, then try to get connected. If you are on the Ubuntu platform that we have, there's a lot of crypto literate people there. They can help you, please. I'm not sure how we want to do this. When it comes to moving from, I don't know, except that you're interested in commenting on this, because I think that we should close, guys.
No, we can't answer the question, because to me it doesn't make sense. When you said, please, how
Yes.
can I send my crypto account, the ecosystem, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know what it means, but I don't know crypto. But then try in the platforms, in the chat forums, you definitely get help. If you know
maybe
the
he
platform,
want to set a crypto account, but please, you need someone who knows crypto. The person will help you, and this is not something we can share here. Crypto is really delicate, so you need to find someone, or maybe Maddy has a lot of record. Michael Williams, they've done a lot on crypto. If you want to watch that, but honestly, the question doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if Robin, you want to comment on it.
There are few people who. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, I'm thinking that this person might be saying, how do they actually get crypto to the ecosystem? But again, this is something that if you don't know how to do it right away, and it's not something that you're familiar with, please don't try and do this on your own. And do not put your crypto account code anywhere out there in public, all right? Because that's another way that people can take your money or take your cryptocurrency or hack you in different ways. So please be very, very, very careful when you're dealing with cryptocurrency. It's a wonderful platform. It has incredibly good uses, and we will be learning and we will be working more and more with cryptocurrency, I believe, in ONPASSIVE as well. But the time now and activating and purchasing your OConnect with cryptocurrency is if you know how to do it. And you see, these are the sort of things that I really wished maybe we'd said something many months ago, or people may have taken it upon themselves that during these times of silence or prolonged, when things have been worked on in the business and the company and things are going on, I really wish that people would do some research, learn, teach themselves, or ask other people. Have a little one-on-one, or have a 2 or 3 Connect class and talk about some of these things, help each other, because these are the sort of things that you cannot go from the very beginning of Unpassive back in 2018 to now in 5 minutes. And if people have got their fears and concerns built up based on what's happened in the past, and we've since pivoted 3 or 4 times, it takes almost hours to explain getting to that point, why that point pivoted, when we went next, how that pivoted. Otherwise, you just say, we went from there to now, and this is where we are now, so catch up at this point.
Right.
And this is where I'm saying, if you can, let go of what's happened in the past. Yes, we were told a lot of things, and if we worked it all together, we moved through all of that together. So right now, the current information is what's posted in the back office, in the update of the OES, in the notes, and the videos on the different YouTube channels. It doesn't take long, and you will be up to date, you will be informed, and then you can help others. And we're getting to the point right now where, with great respect, we should be doing this ourselves now. We can ask, how do we see this, or where do we find this, or how can we find this? But we should not be taken by the hand as much anymore, because once the money starts flowing into your own account, you're not going to be asking me, what do I do with this?
Sure.
You know exactly what you're going to do with it. You're not going to come and ask me for advice on how to manage your money. At least I would certainly hope not, because it's your money. And the decisions that you make with it are ultimately yours. And so please start to be responsible. I mean, ONPASSIVE is a business, a global business out there, and it's huge and getting bigger. We are part of it. And how wonderful is that? But you also are either an employee or a business owner yourselves, or you work with an affiliate company. And what do you do with that? How many people hold this number of webinars to help get information through to assist people?
That's it. Yeah.
What do you do when you have trouble with your telephone company, with your account there? What do you do when your internet goes out, or your TV doesn't work? What happens when your dishwasher doesn't work? I mean, all I'm trying to do is say, put ONPASSIVE into your life in that context as well. It has its place. It has its file in your life. So please start to treat it with respect. Start to treat it as something that you do need to be aware of. And whether that's with one account, one position, or whether that's looking after other positions, or whether you've purchased a lot of positions yourselves to help other people through whatever means and whatever channels you've chosen to do.
Exactly. Robin, I don't think you need to be polite or sorry for telling the truth at this point, because if it's spoon feeding, we have done it. We have, because like you rightly say, it's never done anywhere. People have been committed and devoted to just help and help and help. And so others have slept, and I think they've gone for a long slumber. I don't know whether it's a slumber now or sleeping, or they're just gone into coma, just waiting for things to happen. And it doesn't work like that anymore. So on this note, I think what we should be doing now, as other leaders are encouraging, is talking to the rest of the people in the world, telling them about what we have in our hands, which is ONPASSIVE. So what should we be telling the world? Because talking to ourselves now is something that should not be happening again. We should not spend 1 hour talking to ourselves about something that we've been on for the past 5 years, given depending on when you ever joined. So Robin, we are rounding up. If you have anything at all to say and stuff, but then let's give at least 1 or 2 reasons why we should be talking to other people who are not yet in the ecosystem, rather than talking to ourselves. So Collins, you go first, and then Robin crown it for us, please.
Yes, Concord, that's really good. Well said, Robin. That was really, really good. we cannot keep on talking to ourselves anymore, because there are people watching, and when they come, they will be the one to talk to others. And then what will happen to us? We have been like cloned to ourselves, talking to founders every day, spoon feed them. This is the time where we have to start to reach out. It's a massive outreach to those who have never heard about ONPASSIVE. And I believe all of us as founders, this is what we should be doing. But when people are still coming and asking certain questions, where's my back office? Sometimes they ask, where's some people don't even know that we've moved from Go founders to O founders. Now we're in OAS. Some people even ask about Go founders. I say, where have you been? So this is the time, and we cannot continue like this. Now is the time where we want to talk to new people. And I think if Robin agreed with me and Comfort, we want to spread our wings, start to talk to the world, telling them the goodness of ONPASSIVE, what ONPASSIVE can do for them, so they can come join this train of affiliate. So for webinars now, we can help small founders. It's not like we will stop, but please, when you want to come, don't tell us, I don't understand the ecosystem. I don't understand that, because it is difficult. It's like you want me to tell you what I've learned for the past 3 years when I joined ONPASSIVE, just to give you for 1 hour. It will never happen. It will never happen for me to give you everything I've learned. But you want, as Robin said, we want to move with those who are moving with us, those of the same understanding, those who we are on the same level. So we want to use that opportunity to start to talk to others, about ONPASSIVE. So that's my conclusion.
Oh boy, I can't believe it's gone through so quickly and we're coming to an end. This has been so incredible, and I hope helpful to those who are listening, but even more importantly, I hope this is something that they will send out to others, send out to the members in their organization, send out to the people who are asking questions. You've asked some amazing questions, Comfort. I hope my little contribution has helped to be able to show people how really simple this can be, and how it does not need to be so stressful and so challenging in their own lives. Okay, everybody, it's time to wake up. Your hibernation period is over. This is springtime now.
Yes.
Let's go. All right, so this is where you need to now get your 2 feet on the ground. This is where believe, don't believe. The bottom line is, if you don't activate your O Connect at any point now, don't put time frames on it, but hear the concepts of the steps that you need to be aware of. This is what you need to have people be aware of. If you don't connect and purchase O Connect, then you cannot earn. It's as simple as that. All right? You don't have a product that the company can sell for you. You don't have a product that you can have promoted for you, or that you can do for yourselves. So some of the fundamentals now. These are the basics. These are the foundation that you have. Each and every founder position has. Each account has the same foundation. If you've got people who approach you who are, as Colin said, still back in O founders, I would strongly suggest that you do not leave them floundering on their own. Make an appointment. Say, look, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm going to help you do this very, very quickly, and offer to either do it for them with them, or be there when they do the migration themselves. There is no time now for people to do it incorrectly. There is no reason for anybody not to be able to help them do it correctly, especially if they are that far back in the system. But you need to have the other person on the phone with you, or on a webinar with you, because chances are you will have to use an OTP to jumpstart, because chances are they will not remember a lot of their initial information. If they do, that's wonderful, but you might still have to do something of that nature, and they have to give you the codes, or have the codes sent to themselves to be able to activate the position steps that need to be done. The other thing is, people are asking and saying, well, where do I find these notes? Where do I find these webinars, the recordings? Okay, everybody from my perspective now is able to make a little graphic themselves or a little list of log into OES, go to OFounders, go to updates, and check the dates and find the notes. Now, you cannot tell them exactly where they are in updates because there are so many webinars that are being posted. So much information is in there. But you know what? That's where they have to be responsible as well. So you've given them the chain and the steps to reach the destination where they need to look, then they need to look and find it. So that is something. The same thing for the webinars. Either give them your own, the founders can either give them any of the rotation YouTube channels, or they can send the link to somebody and say, this is where you can find it. People need to be given the steps now, just like making a recipe. And I'm learning to cook, so I've got that analogy in my head now. So you go step by step,
Right.
So you can give them the steps, but you don't have to necessarily take them there, each and every person, each and every time. All right. And the other thing too is wonderful how people communicate in these chats and in these groups when we're together with the webinars and that. But please remember that for some people, the chatting, first of all, most of the chatting is done by those who have been in here so many times and have been part of these wonderful events all the time. That's great and that's wonderful. But it does also take away the focus of people listening to what's happening. Right. So you might want to, in some cases, slow down the hellos, keep them at the beginning, and then wait until towards the end of the webinars. Because the meat in between, that double stuffed Oreo cookie, is the important part. And when people are caught up with the hellos and the how are yous and that sort of thing, they're losing that. And people say, yes, we can multitask. But the truth of the matter is, when it's something as important as this, I think we all need to help as much as possible to bring people into alignment so that they know why they're here. So again, I sound sometimes quite mean, according to what I've been told by some with the feedback I get. But no. I'm trying to save a lot of extra work for people down the line who suddenly say, well, I'm not getting anything, and why not? When I've seen them on every single webinar that I've been on, and they're asking the same question right afterwards. So please, let's work together. That's what ONPASSIVE is all about. ONPASSIVE is about unity. ONPASSIVE is standing together. ONPASSIVE is helping each other. And that's why I'm so grateful to that graphic that I have in there. And thank you for allowing it to be part of that. I actually couldn't download yours properly in time. But this is still something that I believe in. This is why I joined ONPASSIVE. And this is still the goal, I believe, and the mission of ASH, to be helpful, to be there for people, communities, underprivileged, those who need more assistance. And it's not just financial assistance. Sometimes it is a friendship. Sometimes it is business guidance. And I agree with Collins. I look forward to being able to talk about, because, I don't talk very long or very well at times, but I can get plugged in about ONPASSIVE, and I can talk for hours about where this goes, what we can do, have you thought? And I love being able to hear somebody's ideas or somebody's thoughts about a business or how it can be used, and helping tweak it so that they see exactly how the ONPASSIVE products are going to benefit them and benefit the company, the product, whatever else that is that they're excited about. There is so much to look forward to with this company. And this in what people are referring to as a hurdle or a challenge or worse, really is part of a learning curve that has never, ever happened in business before. And I used to say that business schools and business models will study ONPASSIVE, and they will see what has been done moving into the future, because this has never been done. And so some of the mistakes and some of the glitches that we've had may never be repeated again, because they will know how we pivoted and how we made the improvements. And that will be their new foundation to start some of the businesses that are out there. So turn my switch off, stop me from talking. And I just want to say thank you so much again for another amazing, amazing time with the two of you. But I also look forward to being able to help other people understand just what ONPASSIVE is and can bring to their lives. Even just their businesses, even just their whole family communication and aspect to it, with or without a business component to it, with or without having to be an affiliate and feel that they have to create more business out of it. It's just an extra piece.
Indeed. Thank you. Thanks so much, Robin. You can never have enough of ONPASSIVE. We can stay here for the next 1 hour. People will just want to be there, and you can see from the excitement. So, guys, I think we've had a bit more than enough tonight. We can only say thank you. That's all we've got. So, again, no panic. This is how much some of us are not bothered. Can you believe that from the 1st of September that O Connect went commercial to now? Collins and myself, we have our main accounts not accessible. They're not accessible. You know, they're not going, but then we're not bothered because we know that when it's time, it will just happen. Something will be done. You're just moving on like nothing happened because you don't need to rush to support. You don't need to ache your head or get stressed up and stuff like that because they are going to do it. A lot is happening. So if it's sometimes you just need to judge by yourself and see that this is a minor issue. It can wait. You know, there's this expression that the rest can wait. If you've done the main, the rest can wait. Those are some of the things that can wait, and it doesn't kill anybody. Meanwhile, Marty has all types of how to. When you go to the back office, you go to update, you click on Marty. Just click on, he has a good number of videos there showing you how to migrate, how to do, because there are people who have not migrated, there are people who have not signed to become affiliate, there are people, all kinds of petty how-tos. Marty has them. Kudos to Janet Butler. Apart from making the notes for us, she does a lot of videos as well. I stumbled on one where she's teaching you how to download PayPal and how to activate ONPASSIVE with PayPal. Who does that? Who does that? Listen, we have everything we need. Before the updates here on YouTube and stuff, Michael Williams also made something about a crypto and so on. There is a lot of information, guys. We need to move on. It's about stretching our wings now to those who need to know about ONPASSIVE and not you and myself, because we have it right to the brim. That's not to say we'll not be having meetings again, but then let's finally grow up, guys. Let's grow up. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Collins. Thank you, family, for all the great contributions. And tomorrow, don't forget at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Collins, I may be wrong, I have the OTech Pro. So don't miss out because they have another piece for you guys. It's high time we got, I think, equipped more than enough. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Thank you, Collins. Thank you, Comfort. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Robin.